The Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles, and the freeways of LA, all painting the picture just where we are tonight. Welcome, everyone, to a great Sunday night with the NBA here on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Griffin is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's DeLon Wright. Then it's Plumlee, and it's Ellington in at the shooting guard position. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. We've got a primetime interconference rivalry, Greg. What do you expect to see here tonight?
Could be a feeling out process early, but I do think once the teams get going, expect it to be physical and contentious.
Now here's Leonard. Offline from the top of the key.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
Here's Kennard. Beverley wide open. Drains the three-pointer.
Well, we know that Patrick Beverley is fired up when he starts to cook on the offensive end. What a catch and shoot there.
Out to the right wing. Leonard against Grant. The kick out to Wright. 6 to shoot. From deep. Rebound by the Clippers. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share. We talked about Blake Griffin and how now, later in his career, he presents even more challenges as an assignment. Coach said when he was young, Blake would just destroy you on the inside. Nowadays, though, he's more likely to kill you from 3. We can't fall victim to that. So they'll be looking to get a hand in his face when he shoots from the outside. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Leonard. Following the basket by Blake Griffin. The dive for the ball. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. And the pass to Grant. Ellington kicks to Grant. Pass to Wright. Shot clock at 6. A floater. Launches it. And Griffin scores. The assist by Wright. Griffin's got 5.
DeLon Wright proving that he is an excellent decision maker on the offensive end. He made open, let me find him.
Ibaka, the pass to Kennard. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Leonard, and Wright pulls it down.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy, just struggling to make shots right now.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Here's Leonard. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. He kicks to Ibaka. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard, that's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
Batum brings the double team. Pass to Ellington. Releases. Kennard with the rebound. The Clippers in the lead. Down low, Ibaka. Kennard finds Ibaka off on the layup.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Grant surveying the D. Here's Ellington. It's stolen by Ibaka. Kennard against Plumlee. And Grant sends it back.
Well, twice on the pipes, Jeremy Grant says no, sir.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Now here's Beverly. Leonard on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Grant. Here's Ibaka. Plumlee with some nice D. The Pistons trail it. Griffin finds Wright. To the paint. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
And here's Beverly. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Detroit. The Pistons working the ball around now. Kicks to Ellington. Kept alive. Goes back up. And it's Griffin getting it to go. Griffin's got 7 points in the game.
And ever since entering the league, that's been one of Griffin's favorite ways to score, attacking that offensive glass.
And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
I'm glad we got to see the Mobile One block once more. What a play.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
The Clippers trail. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Williams. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
On the wing, Jackson. Guarded by Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Outside for Jackson. Misses the 3.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Williams dishes to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Outside Leonard. The shot misses. And it's Detroit the other way. Here's Mikhailuk. And it's off from three-point range. LA has gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Morris, no good. The Pistons leading. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Jackson misses.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Bounce pass from Williams. Lets it go from 14. And it's Leonard missing. Detroit's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. And Morris comes over to help. Right against Morris. Williams with the steal. The feed now to Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Leonard's got 7.
Kawhi Leonard's length and shot-making ability on the interior is problematic for the defense.
Pass to Jackson. Right against Williams. The 3 doesn't go that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. Jackson passes to Morris. Count it. And now it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Pistons trail by 3. Mikhailuk passes to Jackson. Here's Okafor. Makes it off the glass.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Left side, Leonard. Over Doumbouya. And too long on the shot.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Williams gets the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Doumbouya kicks to Jackson. Shoots over Leonard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
I tell you, the potential of Josh Jackson is really enticing. This guy is a remarkable athlete. He can defend the basket at a high level. If he gets a jump shot, guys, that's consistent, look out.
And the first one at the line is good. Stewart's checked in for Okafor. Both free throws good from Jackson. We've got 1:18 left in the first. Outside Leonard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Bay. Offensive rebound. And there's the pass to Stewart. 5 on the clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Jackson, the layup off target.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Morris against Jackson. And he lays it straight in. Jackson's got 7.
When you think about an ideal transition player, Josh Jackson pops into your mind. How about that? Woo!
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. Scoring, rebounding, he was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. We'll return shortly. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players to acclimate themselves to the NBA.
You know, this game, you know, it's a physical game, obviously, but, you know, a lot of it is mental. So, you know, just, you know, making sure you're thinking while you're out there is, you know, one of the big things for me. One of the things I've kind of learned since I've been in the league.
You know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
We've got Kawhi Leonard, Reggie Jackson out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Zubats in at the center. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Jackson misses.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Blake Griffin had 2 more knee surgeries last season. Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said that the year before, they rode him like a cheap horse, in Casey's words, to make the playoffs. Griffin acknowledged his load may need managing down the road, saying, "I'm a believer in science. I'm going to listen to them and let them lead the way." Guys?
Smart perspective. David, thank you. He misses the free throw. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. For 3, Ellington. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the left wing.
To a certain extent, you like the aggressiveness, but that's 2 fouls already. Take a step back.
And the Clippers making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. And a switch here also for Detroit. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Doumbouya. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Detroit. Trailing by 2.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Morris outside. Shoots over Grant. Morris, no good.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Grant finds Jackson. Clock at 6. Back to Grant. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Beverly. Kennard, he's checked in for Morris. Four on the shot clock. Looking to get it going. It's deflected, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. On the wing, Jackson. Ellington defending. Left side, Jackson.
Boy, what a job defensively. You couldn't play that any better.
Now here's Ellington, guarded by Jackson. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
A fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
The Pistons trailing. Pass to Ellington. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. They need this one. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Pistons making a change here. Lights checked in. LA's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Here's Jackson. Lays it up and banks it in. Jackson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Here's Griffin. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game.
First one falls for him. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league.
Blake Griffin hits them both.
And there are only a handful of players who can create excitement just by being on the floor, and Griffin is one of them.
Detroit with the rebound. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Oh, Griffin in position. The game now all time.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Batum finds Kennard. Left side, Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. 13 feet away. Rebound by the Pistons. Plumlee's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Grant outside. Outside Griffin. Over Kennard. That shot by Griffin, no good. Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Good on the shot.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Jackson comes over with the double. The wide open look for Plumlee. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Jackson passes to Beverly. And Grant sends it back. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And so here are the Clippers. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
Here's Jackson. And Wright pulls it down. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Pistons. Trailing by 2. Here's Grant. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Jackson kicks to Ibaka. Back to Jackson. Knocked loose. And now the Pistons fast break. Here's Ellington. They get it back. And the dunk by Grant.
How about the timing on the offensive glass by Jeremy Grant? Always seems to be in the right place.
Pass to Kennard. Shoots the 3. Connects from three-point range. Kennard's got his second basket of the night. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
The Pistons working the ball around now. And Wright throws it down hard.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
5 to shoot. Batum passes to Kennard. A three-pointer off the mark.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
The shot's good from Griffin.
It was all about his athleticism when Griffin first came into the league, but it didn't take long to see he was about a lot more than that. He's got serious skills down low.
Yep, it goes, and the Piston lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Kennard. Here's Wright. Passes to Plumlee to the left side wing. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Beverly finds Kennard. Offline with his 3.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling.
Oh, what a dunk!
Look out below!
Well, anyone looking for highlights? Because you just found one. How about the creativity there in the air?
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done differently, Do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubats is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Reggie Jackson. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Plumlee. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Boy, this guy has a knack for converting in the N1 situations. Lou Williams, sweet Lou. You think about Lou Williams and finding his way and finding himself with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's played for a fifth of the teams in the league. He always felt overlooked, underappreciated, but certainly he's found his niche here.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
They throw good, Lou Williams. Well, Doris, in the past, some regarded Lou Williams as a lackluster defender. Didn't want to lift weights. Had kind of an interesting reputation. He bounced around the league, as we know, quite a bit. He's played for a lot of different teams.
Right. I mean, think about his early association with Allen Iverson, the great Allen Iverson. He succeeded on his own terms, right? Both of them comfortable in their own skin, able to do some amazing things on the court.
Outside Williams, lock at 6, over Grant. Morris, no good. Pistons leading by 4. Right side. Back to Grant. Okafor inside. He's against Morris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there. The Pistons shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
That free throw, no good. Doomboy is checked in for Detroit. Good on the second free throw.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Here's Williams. He has 7. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Boy, it took him a while to warm up, but since the second quarter, he's on fire.
There's the pass to Doumbouya. Okafor inside. Zubats defending, and it's Okafor missing. Doumbouya on the double team. And Okafor with the block. Grant against Kennard. Right, looking around. Pass to Doumbouya. Now, here's Zubats. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 1:35 left in the first half. Grant in the post. He's against Morris. No good from Grant. Clippers trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
So for the Pistons, Stewart's checked in for Jeremy Grant, and it's Jackson in for DeLon Wright. .119 left to play here in the second quarter. Outside Williams. That one good for two.
I'll tell you, you can't put your head down after a tough first quarter. You've got to keep fighting, and now he's starting to roll.
Pass to Jackson. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. .50 seconds left in the first half of the game. Passes it to Stewart. Just 5 on the clock.
And he got off to a nice start, but has slowed down here in the second quarter. And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Pistons have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Clippers. 4-point game. Double team on Williams. In the corner, it's Morris. Count it. Morris has got 5.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Jackson against Kennard. Now Jackson. He's got 10. Off target at the rim. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Pistons lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, and making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. Some incredible work in this one by Blake Griffin. He had 4 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists. He's been a different player than he was in their last outing when he was off his game. He's rounded back into form tonight. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, they should have a lot of room on the perimeter in the second half because they've already have a lot of points in the paint. And the D will have no choice but to collapse and try to put it in on that end. So if you want to use the three-point shot more, they'll have the space to do it.
And over to Shaq. Now your take on the Clippers.
Well, they've been getting worked on the glass. Out-hustled, out-muscled, out-bustled. Where's the fight? I know they got some tough matchups down low, but if they really want to win the game, they need to crash the boards way harder in the second half.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You look at Blake Griffin in this game. He's been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Detroit, Grant is out there with Griffin. Then there's Wayne Ellington. Then it's DeJuan Wright. And it's Plumlee in at the center, locking down the middle.
Jeremy Grant has figured out how to be opportunistic on the interior. Nicely done there.
Here's Leonard, and count it from 19 feet away. Leonard's got 11.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And Wright kicks to Grant. Wright against Beverly. Back to Grant. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Outside Leonard. Rebounded by the Pistons. Wright's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. For the Pistons, rebuild has been a dirty word. With all their injuries last season, staying in the playoff picture was out of the cards. This summer, with their highest draft pick in over a decade, Motor City is hoping it will be back in the fast lane soon. Guys?
Building up that talent base. Thank you, David. The first free throw is good.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
He hits both from the stripe. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Grant, right side. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Beverly with the ball. And Grant sends it back.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
And the rejection by Ibaka. Leonard, the pass to Batum. Back to Leonard. For the tie, and it's good on the way in. Leonard's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3-ball.
And another great rebound there. I mean, he's pulled down a ton of them, and the size issue has not been a problem here today.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here.
Well, after netting 1 in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And sometimes from the outside, not always clear what led a coach to call for a timeout.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Detroit Pistons. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's slammed in by Plumlee. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
For Detroit, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Now here's Ellington. He's guarded closely. Shot clock at 6. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Jackson from long range. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists tonight. Right against Beverly. He's feeling it. But they recover it. Ellington kicks to Wright. Plumlee trying to break loose. And that one's good. Wright's got 6.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, almost effortless there from Kawhi Leonard. The reach and leaping ability. Look out.
Beverly against Wright. Here's Grant. The offensive rebound. He kicks it to Ellington. Shoots over Batum. No good that time.
He is just not taking smart shots out there. A pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Jackson has the open look. No good on the triple. The pass to Wright. Outside Griffin. Grant against Batum. 5 to shoot. Grant the pass to Griffin. Shoots over Batum. Griffin's shot is off.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Right side Leonard. Back to Beverly. Here's Ibaka. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Don't you just love the gritty nature of Ibaka's game? This guy easily draws contact thanks to his aggressiveness.
The Clippers have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And the first one drops.
Well, let's remember, Serge Ibaka is a defensive presence. This guy, an elite shot blocker early in his career, and he is now a capable scorer from just about anywhere.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Leonard. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. And both free throws good for Serge Ibaka.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Griffin. Over Ibaka, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Still, Griffin has insane hops. Close in, can sky over others, helps him to draw fouls.
The Pistons have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Blake Griffin. Second free throw, no good. Clippers leading by 3. Outside Jackson. The 3. He pulls it in.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Jackson passes to Okafor. And good that time. Okafor's got 5 points so far.
How about the young gun, Josh Jackson? You know his instinct is to score it, but right there, putting the passing skills on display.
There's Jackson with the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Pistons now going the other way. Jackson kicks to Griffin. They get it back. Okafor, and he banks in the layup. 7 points in the game. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Jackson against Jackson. The shot. Jackson can't get that one to fall.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Jackson against Jackson.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on Los Angeles. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Doomboy is checked in for Blake Griffin. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Clippers trail by 4. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
To the middle. Here's Williams. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Williams has got 13.
A small frame, but big game. Lou Williams in the paint.
Here's Bay. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Stewart's checked in for the Pistons. And the second free throw, good. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 3. Looking to get back on track here. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Sekou Doumbouya.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Jackson passes to Mikhailuk. There's the lob to Jackson.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Jackson kicks to Morris. Rebounded by the Pistons. Knocked away. It's stolen by Morris. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Josh Jackson.
This guy is so good at figuring out ways to get fouled. Lou Williams, my goodness, again.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. And that one falls for Williams.
Well, with multiple Sixth Man of the Year awards to his credit, Lou Williams will be remembered as one of the best bench players in NBA history.
And both free throws good for Lou Williams. The Pistons shooting around 41% on the night. Pass to Jackson. And they pick up 2. Jackson's got 7 points for the quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Williams. The teardrop falls in. Williams has got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Your biggest fear as a defensive player, Lou Williams in a groove. Look out, everybody.
And, well, Detroit shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. He gets it in there.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ball game.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
Jackson dishes to Williams. Outside for Jackson. And the 3-ball is good. Jackson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
After hitting nothing from downtown in the first half, that's his second make since.
Passes it to Doumbouya. The pass to Bay. 6 to shoot. Here's Mikhailuk. He's guarded by Williams. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Jackson. Zubac, the pass to Williams. Williams double team. Jackson against Jackson. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Jackson with it. Here's Mikhailuk. Missed. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Los Angeles on top, up 3. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. We've got Marcus Morris. Batuma's out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Williams at the point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Lou Williams is the all-time leader in points off the bench, but don't sleep on his passing game. What an assist.
Stewart passes to Jackson. It's good. 19 points for Josh Jackson.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Pass to Bay. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play.
How about the determination? Now that's what we call competing for a rebound.
Morris passes to Zubac. Back to Morris. Outside Williams. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Fades and shoots. Bay pulls it in. Bay's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Dishes it to Jackson. Right outside. Back to Jackson. Here's Bay. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Los Angeles leading by 5. And the wide open shot from Morris. And another 3 for the Clippers.
and they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Jackson is doubled. Here's Stewart. They grab their own miss. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Kennard kicks to Williams. To the inside. And that one is good from Zubac. And now it's a 10-point Clipper lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
Yeah, I think one thing Coach will address in this timeout right now is you're missing a lot of shots. Why not become more of a facilitator out there?
For the Clippers, Leonard comes in for Marcus Morris, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Kennard. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
And the strength from the big man. Griffin just refusing to quit and muscling it in. Wow.
One shot.
That's good from Blake Griffin. Los Angeles leading by 7. Williams passes to Zubac. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
Pistons trail by 10. Here's Wright. Here's Plumlee, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Plumlee. Los Angeles making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. Plumlee hits them both. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Beverley dishes to Leonard. Elbow shot is on the way. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
What a smooth-looking release from Kawhi Leonard. Doing work in the mid-range. That is his comfort zone.
Pass to Jackson. And stolen by Williams. And now Williams running the floor all by himself.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And Wright kicks to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Plumlee trying to break loose. And Griffin with the score. The assist from Jackson.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Leonard looking over the floor. Poke loose. Stolen by Grant. And now the Pistons fast break. Grant leading the charge. Griffin passes to Plumlee. Here's Wright. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Griffin kicks to Jackson. Off target from three-point range.
Well, after hitting 1 triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
Beverly for 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Well, Patrick Beverly puts in the time to become a legit threat from range.
Wright the pass to Griffin. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Stolen by Jackson. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And he lays it up and in. Jackson's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Well, I love watching Josh Jackson try to fend off the defense. Refuses to be bothered by the contact.
Here's Leonard. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Not everything fell for him in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach. How about Kawhi Leonard? How many guys in the history of their career can say, I was an NBA Finals MVP at 22 and then an NBA Finals MVP at 27? Simply incredible.
And Plumlee kicks to Wright. Shot clock at 6. Another shot. Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Plumlee. Beverly dishes to Leonard. Shot from 16. Here's Ibaka and a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
The defensive intensity must pick up. It hasn't been the same this half.
Wright against Beverly. Wright the pass to Grant. Inside. And that one's good. Wright.
What a high percentage look for DeLon Wright. What an opportunity, and he finishes.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. Williams, that's a two-pointer, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Outside Griffin. Down low, Ellington kicks to Grant. He can't get that one.
That's an example of great defense. His teammates love that about him. Always why the shooters struggle against this guy.
Beverly the pass to Leonard. Launches a 3. And it's Beverly missing.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Griffin against Batum. Pulls up. Misses off the right iron. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The best scorers in the game have the ability to get to the free throw line. Kawhi Leonard lives there.
free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for Lou Williams. Jackson, he's checked in for the Pistons. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. Pistons trail by 16. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And the wide open shot from Griffin. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Right against Beverly. Kicks it to Leonard. Kennard, the pass to Batum. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw. Plumlee, and so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And the Pistons making a change here. Okafor's checked in. Pistons trailed by 19. Wright, the pass to Griffin. They can't stop the run with that one.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same, and largely a no-show right here.
Batum wide open, he fired. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wright. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile one block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Leonard dishes to Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
Well, a high percentage scorer with a great shot selection. Ibaka knows when to send it home.
Outside Griffin. Back to Wright. 6 on the shot clock. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 10 assists. Passes it to Ibaka. He dishes it to Leonard. Now here's Beverly. And here's Kennard. The pass to Leonard. Shoots over Grant. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's starting to percolate, guys. You may want to start checking this guy.
Pass to Jackson. In the corner, it's Griffin. Off target from outside. Los Angeles leading by 21. Now here's Beverly. Pass to Leonard. And he comes up with the deuce. Leonard's got 29.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Leonard.
Boy, his activity really stood out to me on the defensive end. He harassed ball handlers, came up with steals in transition. You had the feeling guys were looking over their shoulder, worried he was going to pick their pocket.
Ibaka against Wright. Outside Griffin. Back to Wright. Here's the three. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
Boy, DeLon Wright with great range. What a shot.
Outside Leonard. So the Clippers winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi, you seem to pick it up offensively down the stretch. So what changed for you?
I just started to knock down shots, got my rhythm going, my teammates found me, and just kept going from there.
Well, it rode all the way to a win, and I know you like that, man, so appreciate your time. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks.